What it do, everybody? It is your boy Mr. 8-Bit Raw back again with another video. Drill Gang, what it do? Real quick, give me one. Bow, you already know what it is. So today we're going to be taking a look at a Jubilee video. Today's video is actually going to be, I think it's what, 5 or 6 dudes, and they're reading each other's deepest, darkest secrets. Now, the reason why I want to take a look at this is, one, I want to see like how they react, and two, I kind of want to see how exactly I'm going to react to some of these things. You know what I mean? These things. Some of y'all are things. But anyway, let's go ahead and get right into the video, all right? Also, real quick, you already know what the deal is. Smack that like button. Get them likes up. Give me big daps. And then smack that subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. Alright, let's get into the video. Let's do it.
When I was 10, my father always told me how strong I was supposed to be because I was a male. So each night when I came back from school, he would take me to the basement and hit me until not even a single tear would shed.
Okay.
I have never dated anyone, but it makes me feel very unmasculine and almost weak. I've never dated anyone. In my 28 years of life, I've been single. Not for lack of trying.
Damn, bro.
I think there is definitely something to say when our society talks about losing your virginity when you're younger. One of the things that I found helpful for me was that if eventually I'm going to have sex, I'd rather have sex with someone who's worth it. There'll be moments where I kind of wish that wasn't the case, but it then just comes back again to what matters most.
Okay, here's where we go. Man, this is where I'm going to say some stuff, bro. You want me to talk my shit? You want me to talk my shit? All right, I'm gonna talk my shit. So here it goes, man. I think that by 28, if it just like hasn't happened, I personally feel like you're kind of doing yourself a disservice by not just like getting it over with. Remember in the other videos when I was like, yo, bro, like escorts like definitely like have a place. This is one of them. This is one of them to me, bro. I feel like, bro, like just get an escort and like get it over with, because what happens is, all right, if you don't get it over with and you don't just have sex already, there's this thing looming over your head, right? And then you're constantly asking yourself, yo, what is wrong with me? What is it that I'm not doing? How come I haven't achieved this thing yet? Now, I know he's saying that he's done a whole lot of things to get himself to that point, but I mean, if we just going off just demeanor right now, bro. I mean, bro seems like he down bad. He seems like he pretty sad. I think that's a fair assessment. But I think that part of it is putting it over, like kind of over your own head, bro. You're making this thing out to be this thing that needs to happen between you and somebody that you ultimately really, really care about. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like, all right, quick story, not so story time. All right, my first was not somebody that I really cared about like that, bro. Like not even a little bit. Was I happy that I got it over with after I did? Hell yeah, I was. Why? Because then everything after that, like I wasn't just like putting, like I could just have a conversation with a chick, you know what I mean? And the conversations that I would have with her weren't conversations where like the idea of sex was like this thing that is constantly right here on the brain. You know what I mean? That's not to say that you don't still think about sex when you're talking to the opposite sex that you're still interested in. But I mean, I can tell you right now from personal experience, it is nowhere near the same level of like angst and anxiety that you have when you have not had sex yet. It's kind of like in the case of Skippy, right? Like I feel like Skippy would really be doing himself a favor if he just got it out of the way and got it over with. But especially when you start throwing in things like, I mean, in the case of Skippy, Skippy has like a religious reason for why he wants to do it. But if you're not doing it for like some religious reason, and for me, even if you are doing it for a religious reason, I think you should just get it out of the way. I think that there's a lot of things that we have done at one point in time over the course of our history that in reality weren't really all that healthy. Not really. But let's continue.
Having had sex or having been able to do so with someone I care about.
I'm a 20-year-old
I feel you,
gay
bro.
man, but I've always had a hard time actually calling myself a man. This really hits close to home because I also identify as a gay man. I went to like Catholic school and I got teased because I'm not like a stereotypical man. Like I'm not good at sports. I'm like all those things that are stereotypical of like what a boy should be. Be who you are and know that that is beautiful.
As an emotional man, I always feel like I have to act fearless and strong. But in reality, I'm extremely sensitive. I'm too scared to be who I am. I think everyone feels that way, in a sense. I was 19 years old. I was with a bunch of friends. There was an altercation that ended up happening, where there was a group of guys, and then our group of guys, we got into it, and what was I gonna do? Run, right? That's what I felt like doing. But the mask, right, I had to put on was one of fearlessness, strength.
I think that brings up a very good. I think both of the points that both guys just brought up were very good ones. I think that when it comes to the conversation of I guess of masculinity, right? I think that there are certain areas that should be tweaked. I don't think that it's a good idea to just like label the entire thing as toxic. Not really. I think that's kind of stupid. If you just call all of femininity like toxic femininity, you would be like everybody would universally be like, yo, that's stupid. For whatever reason, like some people don't see it that way with men. Here's my thing. I feel like that's very true. You are in a lot of times put in situations where you kind of want to do like something else, and I can understand. I guess feeling like you feeling like the persona of who it is that you want to be really doesn't match up with who it is that you truly are. In the case of a fight, bruh, I'm gonna be real with you. How many of y'all have really had like an actual fight, bruh? I mean like a real like yo, bull stole you and like y'all was just outside knuckling kind of stuff. Have you? I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's not for the faint of heart, bro. It's really not. Especially like we talking about today, man. Like yo, there's a lot of variables, bro. Things could go left real fast. But I mean, bro, there's plenty of dudes who just knuckle it up and then it's over with. I think not being able to have a space where you can really like talk about things like that is another conversation entirely. And I think it's kind of where like what he's talking about stems from. But I feel you. I feel you, my G. I get you.
When I was a child, my own mother prostituted me. No one believed me because they said it only happened to girls. The men who raped me are still out there. Yeah, that's a heavy one. I myself, I haven't been prostituted, but I have been molested by my own family member. I was about 6 years old, and she invited me into the room, and she already had her clothes off. And she continued to do stuff to me. As I got older, the memories and the feelings and the thoughts and the emotions kept coming back through nightmares, through lashing out emotionally. It sounds cliche, but it's very real. It's not your fault, so do not put that shame on yourself. That shame belongs to the abuser. The stigma that guys, boys, men cannot be molested or raped, it's fiction.
Bro, I barely got anything like to really even like add to that. Mostly because I mean you pretty much hit the nail on the head, man. I don't know where some people get off just being like, yo, that doesn't happen to dudes. If you are somebody that has that type of like mindset, I think you really need to like really examine where you get some of your own like weird biases, bro. Like I don't know who told you that stuff like this can't happen to dudes. But it definitely does, bro. That's kind of wild. Dang, man.
My ex-girlfriend physically and sexually abused me. I felt helpless because I couldn't tell anyone or I would get made fun of. I no longer can engage with anyone sexually. I've also been in an abusive relationship. It's a little difficult because I am a guy of trans experience. I fight daily with feeling man enough. Being in this type of situation, it is extremely helpless, especially when outside people looking into your situation like, oh, you're letting a woman beat on you? Are you weak? And that's not the case because in my opinion, I was way stronger and I loved her more to know I would never put my hands on you in that way. To this person, I say, don't hold yourself back from eventually finding someone that loves you unconditionally.
I had a very hard time accepting who I was and my form of masculinity for a very long time. The only advice I can give is explore what it means to be a man for yourself.
Well, I can say that as far as the video, man, I didn't really like. I think that I was able to pretty much like understand like what everybody was saying. Man, you know, the crazy thing is, there's a lot more content now, where people are having these kinds of conversations about like some of the issues that men face. That in reality they're kind of not like I guess like they're not really always accepted. Speaking about, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that more of us can speak about some of these things. I think ultimately it could lead to some change in some people's brains, which ultimately is the goal, right? Like, want to be able to like have your kids like have a better experience growing up than some of the things that you went through. You know what I mean? With that said, Jubilee, thank you for the video. I'm Mr. 8-Bit Raw. I got a mic. I got a drill. Be easy, drill gang.